The Vaughn family was murdered 14 years ago. A mother and her 3 children shot to death in their SUV. Many questions remain as to how and why it happened, and they revolve around the lone survivor, Christopher Vaughn.
Chris is unable to recall what happened even to this day.
If you're a human being, you can't wrap your head around that. I don't know if I ever really want to know how it played out in that car.
What could you say to somebody when they lost their whole family within a matter of minutes?
That's an excerpt from a new true crime podcast called Murder in Illinois.
It details the murders of the Vaughn family in Oswego back in 2007. Husband Chris Vaughn has been arrested and tried and convicted for the killings, but he still maintains that he has no recollection of what happened on that day 14 years ago. Lauren Bright Pacheco is the host of that podcast, Murder in Illinois. She joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning, Larry and Robin. Thank you so much for having me.
So this, I think people vaguely remember this story, but it kind of got lost in the shuffle because that is the same year that the Drew Peterson case happened. Is that what you say?
Absolutely. And, it's so interesting because I had been doing daytime television for more than a decade in New York City and covering true crime. And I was bewildered when the 10-year anniversary of this case popped up because I'd never heard of it. And exactly, Robin, for the reason that you pointed out, it played out in the same courthouse at the same time under the same state's attorney as the Drew Peterson trial. And the Drew Peterson trial sopped up the national spotlight. And so I was not aware. It was a very big story for you guys regionally, but it never really made it to the national stage.
But a jury convicted him on blood evidence, and you're opening this back up based on what? I read that you said you had a hunch. Is that enough?
Well, initially, yes, it was just a hunch. As journalists, I'm sure you guys follow yours as well. But the more I dug into this story, the more reason I found to pursue it. As we said, it didn't get national attention. And because of that, I think that it really did not get the kind of attention that would have brought up the kinds of questions that I had. And I did have the advantage of not being aware of the story. So I didn't have the same preconceived notions about it. I didn't have the same emotional bias.
What's the new evidence?
Well, the biggest problem for the prosecution and for the defense was nobody has ever explained how Christopher Vaughn's blood got on the retracted safety belt of his deceased wife, droplets of his blood on her side of the passenger side, or the fact that his blood had pooled in the center console. Now, Vaughn, as you mentioned, had spotty recollection of the events, but the prosecution maintained that he was a criminal mastermind who had somehow staged the crime scene to look like a murder-suicide, but they never properly explained how he did it or the presence of his blood in those 3 areas.
I know you.
And we addressed that.
And you talked to some members of Christopher Vaughn's family for the first time, and also an Innocence Project has taken up his case, correct?
I cannot weigh in on the legal standing right now because that is evolving in real time, very real time. I can tell you that there are multiple organizations affiliated with the innocence community who have taken a very serious interest in this case, as well as some heavy hitters within the criminal defense community as well.
Have you met with them?
Yes, I've met Chris multiple times in person. Most of our communication until May was through email and letter correspondence, but I have met him several times since.
So you've talked to members of his family who stand by him, but what about the victim's family, Kimberly Vaughn's family? Have you spoken to them?
I have been in communication with Dell Phillips, Kimberly Vaughn's father, and other than a brief text exchange, the family has made it very clear that they did not want to be involved. And I understand that. Revisiting this case would be very difficult for her family.
So is your theory that she did it?
I would rather not express my theory at this stage. We lay out the evidence and ask the listener to come to their own theory. I can tell you that the theory that was presented by the prosecution does not hold up under scrutiny, nor does the theory presented by Vaughn's then defense in the trial.
Well, you can listen to it all play out in the Murder in Illinois podcast. It can be found on iHeartPodcastNetwork.com and at iHeartPodcast. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
9:20.